I turned an old shipping container into a luxury home gym. Max and Odyssey.
And thought it would make for an epic home place. Like the start of many home renos, this one began with finding a great deal on Facebook Marketplace. I got this beat up old shipping container for an absolute steal and thought it would make for an epic home gym. If you're new here, I live off grid on a 5-acre property in the rainforest and have
He gotta be an Australian the way he talks.
spent the last 3 years building out my dreamland. A home gym was a project I'd been wanting to work on for ages, so that
Well, hopefully it brings you lots of new followers. It definitely will.
me, my girlfriend, and my 2 commune mates who live on the property had zero excuses when it comes to staying fit, strong, and healthy. I'd never worked with metal before, let alone converted a whole shipping container, but like any other DIY project, YouTube, Google, and a helping hand from a friend goes a long way. Me and my Canadian
Yeah, he knows something.
buddy Joel started out by cutting the holes for the windows and doors.
Figure anything out with YouTube.
We prepped the container by removing any rust and painting the inside and outside. How epic are these windows and doors? Another great
Shall we do a home gym with a shipping container? Chat. Definitely need a gym. That'd be tough not having to go to the gym no more. Just walk outside.
marketplace find. We had to weld the frames to install them into the container. Lots of learning new skills here.
Whoa, shit.
The next step was building out the internal framework, installing insulation and a ventilation fan, because the last thing you want is a stinky gym. Putting up the sheeting was a bit of a mission, but luckily Glenn has a strong noggin to hold them up while I fix them all in place. After a couple of coats of paint, the inside was really starting to come together. I finished with the final touches, adding dimmable lights, gym flooring, and of course gym equipment, but there was always something else planned to take this gym to the next level. And that brings us to today, where I am already excited for a few reasons. Not only are we going to be doubling the usable space in this shipping container gym, really making it the most luxurious home gym ever. But on top of that, yesterday I put in the real hard yards. I did it solo. It started really badly with the ute getting stuck.
Oh no, I should not have stopped.
And me having to manually lug up all the materials up the hill. And I don't think I'm going to need a workout in the gym today, that's for sure. And then it got to the tricky task of making the rectangle framing on a very sloped and uneven surface, but we got there, and I was able to prop it up at a height that was level and also ready to mark out where my holes were going to go. And by this point, it was getting dark. I think I'm hitting the old driveway. I didn't start digging the holes till 7 p.m. Then I had to attach the stirrups and the footings, and finally it was all concreted in by 11 o'clock. But it was all worth it, because when I came out this morning and checked, everything is looking super solid. The concrete footings have had time to cure. Our foundations are now level and set in place, and the reason there was the big
you need to watch Perkins Brothers. Oh yeah, you did tell me that before.
Rush to do that yesterday was because, as you saw, I did it all solo. But today,
I ain't gonna forget none of y'all, man.
The other reason I'm so excited is because the next step I'm doing with mates, now that the concrete has had enough time to cure, we can be all over this deck, and we're going to really try and bang it out quick fast. I just wonder where my mates are. Okay, other workers have arrived, and your challenge might be to see if you can tell us all apart. Literally last night, because that's as far as I could get the hose for the concrete mixer, so I had to wheelbarrow up every time, and I was like, oh my god. So the good thing is, all three of us have pretty recently built decks, and quite a few.
These days look tough.
So the good thing is, all three of us have pretty recently.
That's tough right there. That's some real skill. They built the whole little seating area on it with the black posts. That just gave me an idea.
He built decks and quite a few, so hopefully we'll be flying through it. And as everyone knows, Glenn off the commune, and Reese, just if you can tell them apart right now.
Yeah, glasses, no glasses, that's about it.
And for those of you that remember, I did actually show Reese's deck in the early phases. It is now all done. But is it all screwed up?
Not quite. The three of us. The three amigos.
the triplets decking company. So the increase in efficiency is crazy with three of us. Right now, Reese is attaching the triple grips. Glenn is marking out all the spots for the joist to go, and that'll also allow Reese to know where he's attaching those. And I am doing a task that I really don't love because it's not only painting, it is painting on all the waterproofing membrane that stops this deck rotting. As you can see, we're in the rainforest. This is also in a lot of shade. So it's really important to do.
Painting in black already.
And it's just so sticky. And once it gets on your skin, it takes like 3 weeks to get off. It's literally goop. All right. I think that'll do it. Wow. Well, that was so much faster.
Yeah.
And so now the good thing is all our joists are 2.4 meters in length. So what we're going to do is just slot them all into place. And with
I know
these
your bathroom gonna be crazy. Yeah.
triple grips,
Get it
which are the
right.
things standing there, they'll allow them to slot in. We'll let them run a bit long and then we'll just trim them all at the end. We have to be a little bit wary of the triple grips because why do we have to be wary, Reese?
Well, I feel like this is a smaller, lower deck.
Yeah.
On the deck that I was building, once we got the joists in,
What kind of mic he got on his camera? He sound clear. He ain't even got no mic on his shirt or nothing. Sound like a dude.
kneeling on the joist like this, and then slipped off, and my knee landed right on this sharp section.
Jeez.
Just got out of the emergency room, like 10 stitches or something. So that is the deck done for a little while, and that is the scar to prove it.
Yeah. You were out of the water for how long?
It was like 2 weeks all up, so
Not ideal.
wasn't too bad, but could have been worse. Could have fallen off the whole deck.
Yeah. Might be time for a quick little snack. And see all these eaten ones? That's the bloody patty melons getting there first. Quick
Patty melons.
snack while it dries out.
Oh yeah. Thank you. These have been so good.
I know.
I want it straight out the tree.
Another beauty day.
Yeah.
So much nicer building outside.
Yeah.
I need me one of them. And just go grab one while I'm working.
Isn't that crazy how much you can get done when you've got radio receiving? You go down the whole way.
Just another reason more hands is so much better. Save the back.
Oh, shit.
And so funnily enough, the decking that I ended up securing for this gym deck is the most premium decking that I've put on the whole property. It was $9 a lineal meter, but the good thing about it is it's still cheap for what it is because it is Jarrah and they're 142 wide boards. So the other decking boards I use in previous builds are all narrow. They're only 89 mil. So this is almost 2 boards for that price of 1. So kind of levels out the cost. And the other good thing about it was I got it off my mate Tommy, who some of you will recognize from when I put in the French doors on the back deck. He is actually building his own house at the moment, which is wild, and it is massive. And he had leftover decking. His looks so nice, and I think this will be perfect for a gym.
They're going crazy. Oh. They're going crazy. He's building the whole house.
Nice and smooth, nice and primo. And the other nice part about getting the highest grade of decking, which I've never had before, is it is already all bunched via lengths, packaged by the lengths. So instead of hunting through the pack, like Glenn and I had to on the front deck, or I had to on the back deck, to find the right lengths for the decking,
So I love the way the dome bath was with the tile.
going to be so much faster because we'll be able to just pick it out and hopefully we can get it all down
Y'all like the dome house video?
today.
We're gonna smash this.
You said this is going to take 2 seconds.
See you in 2 seconds.
Okay, so this is what the deck looks like in place. You can see it's a bit of a more ready board because it's the Jarrah. As with the other decks, I do like to let them grey off a little bit before I put the oil on, just so it matches kind of the rest of the cabin over there. But they are flying down. We're doing Reese's new technique. We're only pinning a few screws in each board, and that way we can get them all on, and we'll come back and string line the screws so they'll be nice straight lines. It's on Reese if that's a bad idea.
It's all about the finish of the screws. You don't want to ruin these beautiful boards with wonky screw lines.
It's Very true. And the nice thing about working with these two guys is they're both kind of a bit on the perfectionist side. So,
Well, I just appreciate beautiful red Jarrah. Like, it's crazy.
and you'll get every damn day in the pain cave. Oh, you actually made that up from scratch?
Yeah. I felt bad.
Wow, that's so epic. Thank you.
So we're kind of at a bit of a moment where we actually don't have enough drills to have all three of us working at the same time on the decking. So whilst those two continue on that, I am going to start what I've wanted to do for quite a while, which is finally add a paver path that runs from the gym here back to the house. It's also going to tee off to the woodshed and then to the
It's going to be a long walkway.
driveway, because as you can imagine, the ground here gets quite boggy and it is going to save that. Now, I did ask Grace what her preferred paver was, and of course she's chosen one that's going to be very hard to bury because it's asymmetrical, but hey, got to make those dreams come true. They feel good for me, but my
I was going to say, probably Grace is your better bet.
two, I might have to.
I think slightly smaller than that, personally.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm just thinking about how many pavers it's going to use.
Yeah, it's going to be...
They're $30 a paver.
I mean, you could...
Getting that money on, what? $30 a
Space
board.
it, and it's just the more the...
I see you got the robotic mower over there too.
That doesn't look wrong, you know?
Grace can just like...
Yeah, it's a bit more of a...
So it's more of a whimsical...
So yeah, it's a little...
I'm going to the gym!
Yeah.
So we need whims.
Yeah.
Bring the whims. Yes.
I'm going to the gym.
And that should also be your attitude on the way out.
Yeah.
You're just
Mine
feeling,
just worked out.
feeling light. That looks good.
One more, eh?
I like the socks on the deck approach. So very in line with the deck though.
Yeah, you lose them.
You plan that?
These are my Jarrah socks.
The man's got nothing below the ankles.
And this is the best cut.
I was just thinking as I was cutting that, I don't know if I really deserve to have the glory cut after you guys laid all those boards, but wow, that was dust in my eyes. But how neat does this look now? And obviously so much faster than measuring up each one as you go, and you're never going to get...
Shay Boogie, welcome to the chat. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? So I know Eugene glad he ain't got to cut the grass no more.
that straighter edge. So
Right.
then the idea is we'll finish it off with the fascia board. That'll slot under there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's going to be lovely. So much nicer.
Yeah, it's just such a clean finish.
Oh, very nice. Look at that. That's why they pay us the big bucks here at Triplets Decking. You can expect the same quality from either one of us. That's our guarantee. There's something so satisfying about using a handsaw.
I love how my no shoes on the deck roll.
Yeah.
Kind of with
It makes
Too
sense.
nice.
It's too nice. This is the nicest timber on the property. I think.
It is.
Wow, this is
Yeah.
great. And you can do it with the yoga.
Yeah. You can dance.
It's actually such a great size too. Like it doesn't.
This is what it looked like in
It's a small
Australia.
deck, but it's
Wait.
like perfect.
Well, I was about to say, if you're saying I've got a great sized deck, but then you followed up with it's a small deck.
It's small deck.
Not too big, but it's really good.
Really nice. Exactly what you need. But fellas, thank you so much for your help with that. I appreciate you coming in for the glory of laying all the nice boards there.
Absolutely.
They finished the deck in a day. It took me, 6 weeks?
The Three Amigos Deck Co.
Yeah, and you earn yourself unlimited access to the commune gym.
Yes, epic.
Good morning.
So I'm going to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'll see y'all later. I was already hungry when you came on, but I waited. Take those with you. You ain't gotta turn this off.
Morning. Well, I cannot tell you how much of a nicer feeling it is to be walking out on the pavers to
Listen to us on
this
the way.
near completed deck. I have a few finishing touches to put on this exterior space that are really going to finish off making this
And windows tough. Right
the
there.
most elite gym setup, and afterwards I'll be giving you a tour of all the space and how it has worked so far. But before I get into that, yesterday working with Reese and Glenn really we call about building permaculture. Someone is a teammate here on the property. It would almost be kind of an intern / apprenticeship position, paid of course.
Should we go? Should we go help him in Australia? He said he paying for an internship.
And I think it would really suit someone that is young and keen to learn more about building permaculture, maintaining a property like this, but also things like camera work and YouTube, and gain a bit of knowledge off me that I've accrued over the last 8 years of being in this world. If this is something that interests you, or you think you know someone that would be
Boston OG, welcome to the chat. Appreciate that. Said the porch came out fire. Thank you. Appreciate it, Boston OG.
perfect for this position, please head to maxinoki.com and send me an email through there. Obviously, you need to live nearby, so please, if you don't live within an hour of Byron Bay or are willing to move for it, do not apply. But mate, so stairs. Or should I just say step singular? Because what I'm thinking is about trying to create one big wide step here that'll double as a platform for people to kick off their shoes. And then that way, the deck up here and also inside remains a shoes off area, and it'll just keep this deck nice and clean.
Yeah, so you can't wear shoes in the gym? Tripping.
For people to be able to do those downward dogs. So 2 sides. Okay. It's time to make a step, and I've never made one like this before, but in theory, I think it should work. Now, just to mark out a few more stirrup positions and a few more holes.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Appreciate it, Zion.
Okay, so to make this stair float, I've essentially done the same as I did with the framing. I've bat and screwed all this edge along, and now I've propped up this edge so it's sitting nice and level. It's just got a little bit of fall this way so water runs off. And once again, it's time to concrete. But I gave back the mixer, so it's mixing by hand in the wheelbarrow. Luckily, it's only a few holes. What I did Last one.
Last one.
Wow,
Whoop, whoop.
that was really sexy.
Great.
Did that feel empowering?
Not empowering, but I feel good at it.
So Grace, I taught her how to do it at the start of that row, and she did not look that confident. So didn't take long, just took one deck and you were flying through.
Yeah, I feel like this is my toxic belief that I can learn to do anything.
And look how beautiful these screw lines are. And I am just so grateful that now I don't have to do them. So thank you for that. Okay, the concrete is now all setting, and I have to leave that once again to cure. I'll come back and finish that off, and a couple of other little touches, and we are done. But for now, I'm just going to clean up and enjoy a Saturday afternoon.
Yay!
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 Bye! Perfect amount of whimsy. And just before I get into cleaning this all up, for those of you wondering where the water tank has gone, because it was there was just a bit of small vegetation there, so I dragged it up the hill, and then Grace and I installed some trellis around it, and it is now hopefully growing vines all up the side and is going to be hidden in the forest. And doing so really opened up this space for more fruit trees. But I am so happy with all these lines. I'm going to give the deck a good scrub, add the finishing touches, and I will see you all in the final reveal and, of course, the gym tour.
That's what kind of mic you got. I knew it sounded clear.
The tour of the pain cave. That is neat. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Floating stairs. And of course,
gotta have
has
the
to look
lights.
good at night. For those late night sessions, you know? I still can't get over this. It is crazy to think that an old beaten up shipping container has turned into what is now an absolute luxury home gym. Grace and I tested it out this morning and we could not be happier with the new layout. And all I can say is, wow, this just turned out so much better than I ever could have anticipated. And it has turned what was a 9 out of 10 home gym into the absolute most elite 11 out of 10 knockout that I would not change a thing. I am going to give you a tour through the inside in a moment, but first I think a bit of space has to be given for this deck because it has just turned out so beautifully, and it's really changed the look of a container sitting in the mud to this building that looks like it was always meant to be here in this corner of the property, and it has just absolutely become one of my new favorite spaces. As you'll notice, I've added the floating step, which I made wide enough that we can kick off our shoes on it to keep the deck nice and clean. You'll see that I've also added lighting because sometimes, like this morning, we're going to come out in the dark and it's nice to have your way lit as you go out to the gym. I've also added a nice plant. That's an elephant ear from the property, and it's also one of my favorite plants that grow here. And of course, a table and a chair, so after a workout or during it, you can sit, relax, and just take in this view. As we take this tour inside, you'll notice that this is absolutely seamless going from one to the other. This level is bang on, and look at those beautiful screw lines. Huge thank you to Grace for nailing those, and of course a huge thank you has to be said to Glenn and Reese because there's no way I would have been able to smash this out so quickly, and they've done several out at this with the king down on us as we work out, and he will judge us if we don't get that extra rep in. Now, some of you that remember the original layout will know that the Peloton bike was there. We've moved that for a couple of reasons. One is just to have better access to all these weights, so it's easy to take them on and off. It's all just now made. Then as we move into this half of the container, I'm going to start with the back corner because this is Grace's little pain cave. She's really got the Peloton lit up, but she reckons if she stares herself in the eyes in the mirror, then she's less likely to quit on the Peloton, so that's why that's set up there. You may also be looking at these doors going, oh, they could open and bring in more light, but the reality is that we almost never ended up opening those doors for the gym. It's just much harder and less practical to use, especially when we've got such a big space here. And then to finish it off, I installed an infinity fan that is vented to the outside, and it can really rip this thing. But what it essentially does is help keep the moisture down inside. Listen to this. The squat rack, and then with the bench, the good thing is it's easily mobile, so you can move it in all. Whew. Guys, I'm aware of the fact that I'm so lucky to have such a beautiful space to call home, and I'm really watching. I think it's incredible the changes for it in this watching. Bye guys.
W home gym, man.